Hi and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, starting off with a big rumour that's been going around today, and that is that Arsenal are interested in signing James Rodriguez of Real Madrid. Now, Rodriguez, the 25-year-old, went to Real Madrid for big money on the back of a brilliant performance in the World Cup, but it's just not happened for him at Real Madrid, and he is surplus to requirements. It's obvious that they are trying to sell him. He didn't play in the final of the Champions League. And the Spanish media are reporting that Arsenal have reportedly tabled a massive bid for him. They didn't say how much it was. They said that their rival in Manchester United, who were also interested in signing James Rodriguez, but that the bid was turned down because Real Madrid are looking for something towards £69 million. Now, that seems like a lot of money for James Rodriguez, who, as I said, he hasn't really had a good time of it, hasn't really performed, you know, consistently at the highest level now for a couple of years. He is still a very good and very talented player, but is he worth that sort of money? But then there again, when I think about it, the sort of money that's being bandied around at the moment for players, maybe that might not be a bad amount, you know, something towards 60 to 70 million pounds. But Arsenal apparently interested in James Rodriguez. We don't know whether it's true or not. At this time of year, you're going to get a lot of these sort of rumours, especially when teams are trying to talk up their players to get them sold. Now, when it comes to talking, there's a lot of talking going on at the moment around Hector Bellerin, and some of it's getting quite worrying. Now, he's getting linked constantly to a move to Barcelona. Barcelona is said to want a right back. They're very interested in Hector Bellerin. Of course, Bellerin is from Spain, is from Barcelona, grew up playing at Barcelona before Arsenal took him. And he seems like, when you're listening to the sounds that's coming out from Bellerin, that he would be interested in a move back to Barcelona. Now, yesterday, again, quotes coming out from him where he says he's sort of complaining about the fact that now his parents have moved back to Spain. He's really missing them. He said, I miss being with my parents after games. It's something I've done since childhood. I like to share the moments with them, and everything is more difficult if they're not with me. And as I said, he was talking a lot there about the fact that his parents, for family reasons, he said, have moved back to Spain, and he's sort of like the only one now left in London. Now, this is the sort of thing that starts to affect a player where they may want to move. And we saw last season that he started the season well, and probably ended the season well, but, you know, there was a bit in between, say, from sort of, well, his slump coincided with the slump of Arsenal. He was like a big part of that slump as well. So could Bellerin move away from Arsenal? Now, Arsenal have come out and they've categorically said, listen, he's going nowhere. And Arsenal hold all the cards there. Over Barcelona. They've got him tied down to a very long contract till 2023. He only just signed it last year, and Arsenal don't have to sell him. But if a player's so unhappy that he wants to go, I mean, I don't know if Bellerin's at that stage yet. Certainly, we want to be keeping our best players, and Arsenal have said that they want to keep hold of Bellerin because they consider him one of their best players. There's even been talk in the past of him being a future captain of the club. But Barcelona seem to be putting on the pressure, and I don't like the sounds at the moment, but hopefully we will keep hold of Hector Bellerin. We're being linked today with a player from Juventus. He goes by the name of Mario Mina. He's 23 years of age. He's French. Was previously at Marseille, bought by Juventus. He did actually come on in the final of the Champions League. He's a midfield player, really strong, really talented. Now, he yesterday was being, well, it was yesterday, I think it was the day before, he was being asked about Arsenal, the linking him with a move to Arsenal. And he said he's flattered by the fact that Arsenal are interested in him. They also went on to ask him about, you know, his career, Juventus, etc. And he seemed to suggest that he would be open to a move to the Premier League. He's also been linked with Watford as well. Said he's flattered by Watford as well, so I suppose I shouldn't be talking up the flattering of Arsenal as much. But listen, Arsene Wenger is an admirer of Mina. We have been linked with him before. Could this be a move over the summer? Again, another midfielder. Is it really what we want? He is a very good and very strong midfielder. Certainly, if we bought in a player like Mina, that means that one of those midfielders are going to have to go. Maybe a Jack Wilshere or a Coquelin or a Ramsey, somebody like that will be shifting out. At the moment, you're not really seeing no signs that any of those guys are on the move. So I'm not sure about this one, but Mina linked with Arsenal today. And also David Ospina. I think we all kind of recognise that he's going to be on the move this summer. We were all surprised when he actually stayed on for another season last year. He's not done anything wrong at Arsenal. David Ospina, I think, has been excellent at Arsenal. Being in there as a number 2, probably one of the best number 2s you could think about having in the Premier League. He was in the final of the FA Cup. You know, we won that. Did well in the Champions League as well, but it does look like he will be moving. The Turkish media reporting that he'll be having a medical next week with Fenerbahce, and that he will be, you know, a move to Fenerbahce is imminent, and David Ospina will be their player for next season. Let's get into some of the comments. Jack Guna 97 says, if we fail with Mbappe, I would love to see us get Lacazette, Douglas Costa or Soule from Hoffenheim, all gettable signings, and would cost about 120 million, the same as Mbappe. Says thoughts. Yes, of course, you know, those are all good signings, but you know, Mbappe would be Mbappe, and if you keep hold of Alexis and people like that, you know, then you start to see a formidable Arsenal team. That's why I love Mbappe, but it'd be really difficult to get done. Horace04 says, nice studio. Happy for you, Robbie. Always improving. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the studio set. He said, I would absolutely love either Mbappe or Lacazette. I'd be happy with both. I think most fans would be happy with both. We ain't going to get both. We struggle to get either of them right now, but I'd say definitely Lacazette is the more doable one of the two. Something special for you says, Lacazette is a matured player, is a mature player and more mature. I think he meant to say is a more mature player than Mbappe, and Mbappe is still developing. I think Lacazette, James Rodriguez, Riyad Mahrez and Lamar would be good signings. It would. That'd be a very expensive summer there for Arsene Wenger. But listen, if you're bringing in players of that sort of quality, you're improving the team and giving us a chance of winning the league. And that's what we all want to see. Leon Davis says, no doubt Wenger will spend his entire summer trying to get him. I think he's talking about Lacazette here or Mbappe. Yeah, he's talking about Lacazette. Then he'll agree and move to Atletico and we'll end up with nothing by September. So Leon Davis, very sceptical of Arsene Wenger. And you can't blame him because over the years in the transfer market, we have been poor. Going on to Benny, 1838, he says, if Lacazette is so good, why doesn't he make the French squad? He's like Jermaine Defoe, he says. And I got another one here, football fan. He says, can anybody explain to me the appeal of Lacazette? He's 26 and he can't get into the French national team. During the Euros, they even had the hapless Gignac in the squad over Lacazette. All he's done is score a moderate amount of goals in a pub league. Zlatan was scoring double the goals Lacazette scores in that league. There's some decent points there. I mean, I wouldn't describe the French league as a pub league. Remember what Monaco, who won the league, did to Manchester City and did to Tottenham. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. And even when we play, you know, Arsenal, when we played PSG, they were a very, very good team. I'd say we'd be kind of fortunate to, you know, get draws in both of those games. They've got some good teams there, Nice as well, Marseille, some good teams over there in France. It's not as strong as the Premier League, but some very, very good teams in that league as well. So it's not a pub league. Lyon's not a pub team either. This points that a lot of people are making about Lacazette. You know, he's not the starter in the French national team. That is true. Giroud starts in front of Lacazette, which is really, really interesting. Really interested in the national team. But I think Lacazette, what it is, he can bring something different to the Arsenal team. He's pacey and he's just a natural finisher. And the amount of chances that we create, just having somebody who's quick and is a natural finisher will only enhance Arsenal Football Club. You saw last season when we put Danny Welbeck up front, who I wouldn't describe as a natural finisher, but he had lots of joy in behind defences because of the chances we create, and it gives Mesut Ozil somebody to hit with his brilliant passing range. Thanks for watching the show today. Don't forget to subscribe here to ArsenalFanTV. Keep leaving those comments, thousands of comments. I love the way in which you guys are leaving comments and debating amongst each other over transfers. It's absolutely brilliant. That's exactly what we want here. So keep it here on ArsenalFanTV.
Subscribe to ArsenalFanTV.